I might be doing. G'day.
G'day.
Thanks for stopping by. Well, for the past 2.5 years, we have been travelling in Australia in our 23-foot Evernew Caravan.
Yes.
Now, we've managed to visit some amazing places. We've woken up in tropical paradises. We've spent time travelling through some of the rugged outback areas of Australia. And it's just incredible, some of the places we've been. So,
you might actually be wondering, how do you live in a caravan for 2.5 years?
today, we're going to take you for a tour around our home and show you just how comfortably we've been living for the past 2.5 years in our caravan.
Yep. Our home on wheels.
So come and join us and we'll show you around the van. Alright, firstly, this van is 23'3" in length and is built by Evernew Caravans in Victoria. It's from their rugged terrain series and it's designed to handle some of the harshest road conditions that Australia has. And we have tested that on many occasions. The dry weight of the van is just on 3 tonne. It has 2 90-litre water tanks, an 80-litre grey water tank. The rugged terrain came with Cruise Master independent suspension, stone protection guards for the water tanks, and it has 3 150-watt solar panels on the roof. Now up the front of the van here we have the Lovells hitch. It's the full swivel hitch, backwards and forwards and twist side to side. Have the electronic brake release, so it'll block up. We have the electronic stability control. We also have the weight distribution bars and a trailer-made jack. And a stone guard. Now we've never used stone stompers or stone deflection whatever's on the car or on the van. And I don't know if I've been just lucky or whatever, but there doesn't appear to be any damage from rocks and stones. And as you know, we've been on some quite corrugated and rough roads with plenty of opportunity for them to fly up, but yeah, we've managed to avoid any damage from it. 2 9-kilo gas bottles, 2 jerry cans at the front, this one with petrol 20 litres and that one with 20 litres of diesel. We have the Grip Sport bike rack on here and we have a 10-litre diesel heater fuel tank. So up here I've got a couple of inputs here. This one is for an external antenna. Now in some caravan parks you can get cables to boost your TV signal. This other one is one that we put in. It's actually was intended to boost the Wi-Fi signal into the van. There's a internal antenna in the van, and we have a booster, one of the Selfie Goes in the car. We linked that up to the van to boost the signal in the van. That's another story, and
we'll do another video on that one.
Do a video on that one. There's a whole story to tell for that. Yeah. The tunnel boot. It's a good sized tunnel boot in this.
It goes through. Does that tunnel boot go all the way to the other side?
It does,
yeah.
So it's quite big. I store the sway bars and tow ball in there when we're stationary. And as you can see, this is the tow ball. So it's quite a big tow bar on it. Weighs a fair bit in itself.
Yeah, I'll watch you carry it and go, ooh, that looks heavy.
Yeah. So for those of us with the possibility of hernias, be careful.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So further along, power input, just the standard one. The toilet cassette, pretty basic.
Huge.
One water inlet.
That's a water
for the
inlet.
90 litre tank.
So that's one of the 90-litre tanks. That one.
2 vents for the fridge. The second water tank is up here.
Yep, another 90-litre tank. So we can carry 180 litres altogether.
And we've got another 85-litre grey water tank underneath.
Right.
The hot water service is one of those Swift hot waters, electric and gas.
Yeah. And apparently you don't have to You don't have to do anything with it. It's just a stainless steel tank. You leave it alone until
Don't touch
something
it.
awful happens.
The rear tunnel boot, again, it goes right through.
It's a smaller one.
Smaller one, yep.
Yeah, I can't really see in there, but yeah, you can see the size of it at least.
Under here is the plumbing section where we've got the inlet for the water. That's the outlet for the grey water. If we use it, you can turn the grey water on and off, have it going directly out. And this one, if you switch that around, it will actually run the water into the grey water tank there. And then this one actually releases the water from the grey water tank, which I don't think there's anything in it now. No. So that's fine. And then up here, I just keep this up out of the way, but that's our best water filter, so it filters any water going into the van. Yeah. Around the back here, we've got this pipe which I put on myself. Handyman job. There you go. Inside, we keep the mop, a spare pool noodle in case we need to cover up pipes underneath, and our hiking sticks, and a fishing rod holder. I think that's about it. So there's not a lot in it, but
handy. Yep.
Next we've got a generator box.
Right. What's this for?
Oh, this one. This is for our antenna, which is swing around. That's for our Wi-Fi booster antenna.
Yeah. Okay. And well, that's another video in and of itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, well, but at least we know what that is.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep.
Generator box. We've got a 2400 kilowatt generator in there.
Yamaha?
I think it is, yeah. We don't use it that often.
No, we don't. We haven't needed it really, have we?
Our spare tyre.
Yep.
With our Beyond the Grey Oz logo on the back here.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. No, that's about it. There's a Safety Dave camera up there, the reversing camera.
There's the Safety Dave camera. This has been really great, actually.
It has, yeah. Around this side, a Dometic awning.
Yep, 18-footer.
18-footer, it's a big one.
Yeah, yeah, and on just underneath the Dometic awning, I really love to show you this, is our washing line. Can you see that? Our washing line. And how it works is, Paul, you're going to have to do that because I can't reach.
So it uses two PVC plastic pipe connected to some cable. We put a couple hooks on there so it doesn't pull down too far when you're hanging stuff. And then another one at this end.
Yeah. It works really, really well.
So up the front here, again, the tunnel boot, but it's the same as the other side, but this side we've actually got our barbecue slide out in here. So the gas has been plumbed up to a bayonet under here, and we can plug it in. It's just a matter of getting underneath and plugging this in underneath the van. Switching the gas on, away you go. Alright, so further along we've got the 240 volt outdoor connector, a bit dusty, I think that's from the Cape. The 12 volt plug. The picnic table, which is great, we use that quite a fair bit.
Yeah.
Then up here there's this outdoor entertainment cupboard which we don't use because we've never had it outdoors, so we use a bit of storage, but it's got antenna connections and a mount for the TV and what have you.
Yeah, we don't really use it.
Haven't used it. This one is our pretty much our outdoor laundry cupboard. It's got all of our soap powders and different things we use, products we use for cleaning and so on in here. Our mozzie cupboard and bug catching cupboard, and big messy cloths anyway. It's also where our water filtration is, and I'll show you that now. Alright, so this is our water filtration system that's built into the van, so that's where we get our drinking water from. And here is the step set up. Now, as you can see with the step here, we use a portable step, leading up to it, because it actually is quite a big one. Now some of them you can get is a double step on it, but we stuck with the single step version because we've heard that the double step can actually get caught on curbs and rocks as you're backing and going forward. It actually lowers the clearance area under the van as well, which we wanted to avoid doing. So that's worked fine for us, and the step's fine as well. Wenda's used it inside a bit. Being a little bit shorter than me, she has sometimes trouble reaching the top cupboard, so bring that inside and all of a sudden she's got an extra step inside and gives her a bit more height in there.
So come and have a look on the inside. And let's start with the colour scheme. We were actually very fortunate buying this van for new because we could choose our own colour scheme. So we've gone with the medium grey gloss cupboards, yep, and just the pure white splashback in the kitchen. We've gone with a wood grain Laminex, which I don't know, I like it. Gives a bit of class.
I love it.
Yeah. The matching table, but then we've got a black leather club lounge. You know, within it we have a few other black kind of accents just to kind of blend it all in. So we've got a black TV, we've got a black fridge, and in the bedroom we've got a black bed head. So it all kind of works. The walls are white to give it a nice, well, we felt it gave a nice bright kind of colour.
So to the back of the van we have our club lounge, as Wenda said before. Very comfortable club lounge. The cushions in it are made from industrial grade foam, so it's been very comfortable. 2.5 years in, and we still find it very comfortable to sit in. The table, it swivels. You can turn it this way or have it round. It doesn't come in and out like I've seen some of them do, and that's one thing. If we had our time again, I'd probably get one of those. But yeah, it's a great, very comfortable area. There's also a step here that pulls out. We've got a cushion to go on that, which I just happen to have here, which creates an extra space so we can sit down and stretch your feet out there. Mind you, it's a bit of a bugger if you want to get in and out of the van, so you do have to watch that.
So we love this section of our van. It has 3, lovely windows, and when you have a view, it is absolutely spectacular. You have almost like a 360-degree view. It's amazing. Yeah. So as you can see in this section of the van, we have the 3 windows that have pelmets and that have curtains. We don't actually use the curtains really because we have these block-out blinds, and so you pull it up and it blocks out everything. Blocks out all light. Yeah.
Right, so under the club lounge seats, this first one here is our hot water system that's wrapped up in a foam box. There's a unit on here, this one, which actually adds cold water to it as it leaves the unit. So it means you can't get scalded by the water in the shower. The other bit under the section here is the EnerDrive system. We've got a 2000 watt inverter, a 200 amp hour lithium battery, and the DC to DC charger, and that seems to work fine. We've both decided if we had a time again, we'd probably go for the 3000 watt and a 300 amp hour battery. Up here this end as well, we have our hatch. The hatch here, it's got a clear screen, so great views at night when the stars are shining. Obviously opens up to different heights. In the fly screen, of course. Might need to give that a bit of a clean, but anyway, at night you can actually close that completely with this blind.
And the blind also comes in handy, Paul, when there's a lot of sun shining and it gets hot.
Definitely, yeah.
So that blind is actually a really, really handy addition.
Very. All right, then over here we have our Sirocco fan, one of our 3 Sirocco fans in the van. These are great, they're very safe. Even when they're running, the blades are so soft that if you've got any stray fingers go in there, it's not going to chop them off. The other thing with the door is the block-out blind here that closes down, so it gives you the privacy at night. So rather than curtains, you see on some it's got that swivel blind. It seems to be quite a nice touch. Alright, so this section here is our entertainment section. We have our radio here, the Bluetooth radio. It's got a CD player in it. We have the telly, a 24-inch TV with a DVD player built into it. We also use a Chromecast plugged into the back of the TV here, and that way we can stream Netflix and YouTube, particularly Beyond the Grey Oz. And we've also got our modem up here, which is the Nighthawk 5G modem, which we have found to be very, very good.
So we have an abundance of overhead cupboards in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
So this is our office section. This is all our computers and our stationery and, you know, all of that kind of thing that you need for a home office. Over here, we've got a snack cupboard and spare containers, and this is our coffee and tea cupboard. Lots of coffee and tea in there. And this one here is our switchboard. So it's pretty simple, really. So it's got our inner drive, it's got, you know, our gas or electric hot water. We've got, you know, our water tanks and how much is in them. So obviously there's a quarter in one and 2 of them are empty. We've got our pump that we need to turn on if we use tank water. Yep. Our fridge, which is always on, which is always on, and I love this section. This section is our fuse box actually, and what happens if one of them blows? It lights up. So, you know, say number 1 blows, it will light up, and we will actually know that it's the outside lights. Love that system. No guesswork.
Although we haven't had to test it yet.
No, we haven't, thank goodness. Have to test it yet. So in here is one of my favourites. Look at this. It's a 4 kilogram front loader washing machine. It has lots of cycles, so, you know, from delicates to cottons and so on, and it heats its own water. It does also double as our washing basket. This is where our dirty clothes goes while it's waiting to be washed. So let's do the kitchen area. So the kitchen area also has, you know, overhead cupboards. So this one is our crockery cupboard. So it has our plates and bowls and cups and water bottles and so on in there. This one's got the fry pan and the colander and some stainless steel bowls and you know, all our Glad wrap and foil and so on. And this one here is the only cupboard that is actually a full height cupboard. So we've been able to put things in there that don't fit in any of the other cupboards.
We also have a microwave here, and I've heard of people who don't use it. We use it quite regularly. It's been great. It's very securely mounted in here, and I know that for a fact because we have taken it on some of the most damaging roads and it has not budged. It just sits there solid as a rock. It's been fantastic. As you may know, we've been on the Unadada track up to Cape York on the Peninsula Development Road and some of the tracks up there, and it has held solid. So yeah, great little unit.
So here at benchtop level, we have our stove. So when you're not using it, you've got a lovely kind of it becomes part of the bench top. But when you do need to use it, there you go. 3 gas burners and a electric burner, a griller and an oven down there.
All right, next we've got our stainless steel sink with a tap and mixer. Now the water that comes out through the tap is filtered through the best filter that we showed you outside just before. But in addition to that, so that comes out like that, but in addition to that we have the filtered water which comes through the filters under the sink, which I showed you on the other side out there. So this water that comes out here is actually triple filtered. It's filtered through the best filter, then it goes through the double filter under the sink before we get to drink it.
We have a few drawers here in the kitchen, incredibly handy. Of course we have the usual cutlery drawer, which is nice and big. It holds a lot. We have our utensil drawer. Before you gasp, remember that Paul and I really love it to cook, so we've got a lot of utensils in there. And then we have this amazing drawer, which is the pot drawer, which we keep all our pots and pans and scales and all sorts of things in there.
Then along the bottom we have these flip cupboards. There's a few of those which we just store bits and pieces in there. One other thing I would like to point out here is the gas detector. So if there's leaking gas in the van, hopefully that picks it up. The green light suggests that it's on and ready to test for any leaking gas anywhere.
And this is really, really important in a caravan, our range hood. It has 2 fans, a bit noisy, and a light.
Right, on this side of the van we have basically a full-size pantry available to us here, and as we keep saying, we love our cooking, so we keep it well stocked with plenty of herbs and spices, oils and flours and things. Yeah, so we never run short of cooking supplies. Down here we got the some more cooking peanut butters and sauces and things. The large pot for our thermal cooker, and we also under here we also keep our medication for Panadol, Telfast, and this one is probably what we would consider our most useless cupboard. And the reason for that is it is actually an ironing board. Strangely enough, when we hit the road and when we designed the van, it was an option that was available to us, and we thought, oh, you will probably use that. Well, you know what? We haven't. Oh, we have. We probably used it 3 times at the most over the past 2.5 years. And even then, we didn't really need to, because most caravan parks have an ironing board and iron available for people. But so this one takes up space. But what we've decided to do is we actually use it for a bit of storage. We keep some bits and pieces in there. A bit of almost a junk drawer without being a drawer. And voila. One of our other favourite aspects of the van is this Ibis 4 reverse cycle air conditioner. It has been fantastic. It works a treat. Being a 23-foot van, it is a large area for this to try and cool. Heating is alright when we use it. We don't use it that often for heating, but you can, and it does fine. Cooling, we find that the 23-foot van, it does a good enough job, and we're quite happy with that. I think if you had a bigger van, anything more, and you'd probably want to consider getting 2 air conditioners or maybe something bigger. I'm not sure how that would work.
This is one of my loves in this caravan. Besides the washing machine and Paul, this is my actually very, very favourite thing as well. So this is our Dometic fridge, and it's about 225 litre fridge. So as you can see, it does hold a lot. And this is the freezer, and the freezer is very full at the moment because we're going out back, and so we've stocked up. And then here is the fridge. Again, that's pretty full. We're pretty stocked up, but it holds probably enough for the 2 of us, unless we're going on a really, really big trip and we need to stock up. And then we put the overflow in the fridge in the car. Oh no, yeah, this is a compressor fridge. We chose a compressor fridge because it does much better in the tropical, humid and hot climates. So moving through to the front of the van, we have this concertina door.
Now through here, in this little alcove area, is our bathroom area, and on one side we have the shower. It's quite a large and spacious area to have a shower in. We use a fusion lock shelving for our toothpaste and for our soaps and things. And up in the ceiling there's a ceiling fan, which is quite easy to get the mesh off, so you can give it a nice clean. Some of the ones are quite difficult. Also has a LED light Yeah, we love this shower. It's very good. And then over here on the other side, we have the toilet and vanity unit. So it's got a ceramic vanity unit, a cupboard up here on this side, and another cupboard on that side. And then down below, there's also another 2 cupboards. So there's plenty of storage in here. Again, beautiful bench top. And over here is the dunny. It's a ceramic toilet bowl and has a flush system in it. And it has a swivel head so you can twist it around to find your most comfortable position.
So next is our bedroom. This really is like a little 1-bedroom apartment. We have our bed is a full queen size bed. We have actually taken our own latex mattress that we already had rather than the inner spring mattress that came with the van. It is heavier, but you know what? It's worth the extra comfort.
Oh, one of the things about this bedroom is it does have a lot of storage in it. For example, under the bed here there is ample storage. It's and you can. This is where you feel the weight of the extra. This is where you feel the extra weight of the mattress under here. So under here we have. It's where the diesel heater is as well. It's under this section. It's in a enclosed space under there. There's a vent on the side of the bed, and there's also the outlet here. We also have a mattress which goes on top of the table, so when we drop the table down to make a bed, we throw that mattress on. And we've used it a few times when the grandkids have come over to have a bit of a sleepover with us here in the van, and I think they love it too.
So as Paul mentioned earlier, we have plenty of storage in the bedroom. Yeah. So we have the 3 cupboards above the bed. Really, really handy. I put my work clothes in one. This one's a linen cupboard, and the one over there is Paul's t-shirts and bits and bobs.
And then over here in this one, got a bit of hanging space. I've got my shirts hanging up in there. Wenda's opted to get some shelves in hers.
Yeah, I just find it more manageable being able to put all my things. It fits more. It actually fits more.
I did those shelves.
You did. Look a bit messy.
Wait.
And then we've got a drawer here that is actually a really, really, really long drawer. My underwear drawer. And then down here we've got another cupboard. It's only about this. It's not very wide, but it's certainly big enough for socks and other bits and bobs.
And a little bench top there.
Oh, and the bench top. Yeah, we've got our little bedside table.
Yep,
Very
it's handy for cuppers in the morning.
It's certainly very handy for cuppers in the morning. And we have a double power point, and we have a USB port over here with double USB port. So, you know, plenty of places to charge up your devices.
And then we use this one for our linen. It's actually a double one. There's a top and a bottom section to it.
Yep. Here in the corner we have a smaller cupboard.
And then in this section here is our bedroom entertainment section, which is supposed to be the mount for the TV, as well as for the antennas, power points, and I think that's the plug, the 12-volt plug for the telly. However, we never really watch TV in here, so we've converted it to we use the hook for our bath mat. We put a couple of fusion locks up here, so we've got towels up there. I put my guitar up there. Again, my guitar is on this hook, which I just got from Bunnings, attached to a fusion lock, and it sits there just nicely. In the bedrooms again, we got the Sirocco fans. There's one on either side, so we both get to have one of those on us if we want. They really are a great investment.
And they're really good, aren't they, Paul, for when we do free camping? Because they use such only a small amount of electricity, and they are 12 volt.
They draw very little power out of the battery.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the other section here in this area is this cavity here. We've got a couple of reading lights at the side here. The reading lights also have a USB port in them as well. So there's plenty of USB ports, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. There is. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever used the USB port on the lamp, but you know, it's certainly there if we want it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The another thing here is the Four Seasons hatch we have in the ceiling. Allows a nice breeze through the van. We also have our Caravan, which we've talked about a bit in some of our videos.
So let me show you the window system. So they've just got little push buttons that you push and open. So you open them all and then you just push the window out. What I love about these windows is that even if it's raining, you can actually open the window, because it very rarely does the rain come in. It actually protects the rain. So I really love that about these windows. Very, very easy to use.
The reason there's so many of the latches on it is for when you're driving, so that the draft doesn't catch inside of it and rip your window off. I've heard stories of people who didn't click all of their latches across and actually lost a window.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we make a habit, don't we, of latching all of the windows.
And it's part of our departure checklist.
And it's part of our departure checklist, which is another topic. But again, you know, once you have that window up, it really does block out all of the light. And then you can pull it down. Oh, try that again. And we can pull it down, and then you have the fly screen. Yep. Or you can just put the fly screen up and you can just look out the window.
And they're good size windows too, aren't they?
They are lovely size windows. And when you're in a really picturesque place, it is great to have windows to look out on. And we'll often sit in bed and have a cup of tea and just look out at the scenery on the windows. A really lovely thing to do.
Let me come and show you one of my favourite things over here. This little control here is for our diesel heater, and it is one of the best investments we've made, I think.
Yeah.
As I said before, the unit lives under the bed here, and the outlet is just there. So it blows straight back out into the van, and literally within minutes it'll start warming the van. It is so good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And being on the side of the bed, I can actually put the heater on before we even get out of bed. So the van's nice and warm before we need to get out of bed. And that's a lovely. Very lovely. Very lovely. Yep. I hope you enjoyed the tour of our van, our
We
home.
certainly enjoyed showing you around.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have any questions, anything you want clarified, please don't hesitate to ask us. We're always more than happy to answer your questions.
Yep. Drop a comment below, or send us an email.
Yeah. Or if you see us around, drop on by.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye for now.
Bye.